hatreds, fears, angers, judgments. All these patterns are stored within your body, somewhere in your channel system, right? And when you start moving your sexual energy through that system, it starts to come in contact with these patterns and it strengthens them, basically, right? It's like pouring gasoline on the fire. Hey guys, I'm Jonathan White. I'm here to help you master your sexual energy so you can manifest your ideal life. If you want to learn more about sexual mastery, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to stay notified when I release new videos and go live. Make sure you get my free ejaculation control course through the link in the video description below. Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to explain the relationship between sexual energy and negative emotions. If you've been following my channel for a while, you've probably heard me say that sexual energy has two very unique qualities to it. Number one, it binds things together. It binds you to people, to thought forms, to actions, to emotions. It's literally like a psychic superglue. You've probably noticed this if you've been in a long-term relationship with someone and then had a breakup. You still feel glued to that person. It's not easy to break this tie. It's also a multiplier, an amplifier. It's that power of creation. The single egg meets with the sperm and they multiply trillions of times to become a human body. That is the power of sexual energy. Understanding these principles, you may already know where I'm going with this. The biggest benefit of practicing sexual cultivation and conscious sexuality is using these properties of sexual energy to your advantage, to multiply happiness, joy, love, to create from that, right? To bind yourself to harmony, discipline, consistent practice, orgasmic states. That's the positive side, but there's also the darker aspect of the cultivation practice, which isn't always talked about as much. And I think it's extremely important to understand because more people are becoming interested in this topic. You know, semen retention is becoming a buzzword for men, but there's often a lack of wisdom and information about the holistic approach to sexual cultivation. For most people, they just simply want more power, more this, more that. And the danger here is that without doing preparatory work in cultivating sexual energy, preparatory work meaning that you're clearing the energy channels of your body, you're clearing out old belief systems, blockages, fears, angers, hatreds, negative emotions. That's the most important foundational work. And without doing that, you run the risk of amplifying and multiplying and binding yourself to these shadow aspects of your being. This is a pattern I've noticed in a lot of people who are teaching this work and a lot of people who are, interested in learning it, is that they want to go straight to the advanced aroused sexual energy practice, straight to, okay, I need to have full body orgasms. I need to bring the sexual energy through my whole body. But if you're not prepared to do that, it can cause a lot of problems. Aroused sexual energy is incredibly volatile. So again, this is extremely important to understand before practicing sexual kung fu, before trying to go straight to the most advanced practices of charging the body up with sexual energy, is first you need to have the tools to clear negative emotions, to clear blockages in your body, to gain clarity into what are the shadow aspects of your beings. Are you carrying hatreds, fears, angers, judgments? Because all these patterns are stored within your body, somewhere in your channel system, right? And when you start moving your sexual energy through that system, it starts to come in contact with these patterns and it strengthens them, basically, right? It's like pouring gasoline on the fire. So if you're an angry, egotistical, unbalanced person and you start practicing semen retention without balancing the energy of your mind and body, then you're going to become more of that. Building up sexual energy strengthens all the patterns that you have. It strengthens the emotions, the belief systems, everything it is that makes you who you are becomes more powerful when you start cultivating sexual energy. And again, if you are a balanced person, if you have a strong practice of balancing your emotions, keeping your mind clear and keeping your body open and your energy system flowing, then that's great. But if you don't have any experience with this type of practice, then it's not really suitable for you to go straight into working with aroused sexual energy. And this is something that became very, very obvious to me as I was training in sexual kung fu, at least after several years, in that this was how I began my practice. Basically, I understood, okay, if I want non-ejaculatory orgasms, blissful full body orgasmic states, I have to do all this foundational work. I have to clear negative emotions, clear traumas and blockages, open up the energy channels of my body and learn how to circulate my chi. Then I can start to do that with my sexual energy. It was very clear to me once I started studying the system, and I had really great results and I made progress very quickly by following the sequence of building upon the foundations and then getting into the more advanced sexual practices. I've met a lot of people who are in the tantra scene and the conscious sexuality scene. A lot of them are teaching this stuff and they haven't really addressed their shadow issues, and they basically turn into perverts, completely distorted by their shadow issues that they're not choosing to deal with, and just strengthening those patterns, because the base of their whole practice is simply arousing sexual energy. No clearing work, no balancing work. Things get a little weird, as you can imagine, right? And not to say I haven't run into any issues in my practice myself. I'm definitely not perfect, but it's simply important to be aware that if you're going to work with sexual kung fu, if you're going to work with the powerful, volatile energy of sexual energy, it's essential that you learn how to become a balanced person, to balance the energy of your body and your mind, to take responsibility for your negative emotions and your shadow patterns, the incompletions you have within yourself, which our traumas are, and you're doing the work to deal with these things in a holistic way as you begin your journey of sexual cultivation. Because without doing that, the pattern I've seen in a lot of people is they become power hungry. They get a taste of what cultivating their sexual energy does, and it builds their ego. They start to see themselves as better than everyone else. Oh, I retained my semen for 1,000 days. I'm so much better than you. They start to identify with these things, and they have to make sure everyone knows about it around them. So just strengthening that ego side of yourself is going to run you into a brick wall eventually. It's really important to be clear about why are you working with sexual energy? Why are you practicing sexual kung fu? And if you have very materialistic desires, if you're still just acting out your childhood issues of not getting enough attention, making sure everyone knows how cool you are, having the illusion of being more powerful than everyone, feeling like you're able to dominate and control everyone, it's going to run you down a very dark path. And in the beginning, it may feel like you're getting somewhere great, but after a while, your life is going to really fall apart. So this is why harmony and balance is the keywords here. It's the foundation of everything you want to be doing. One other thing I want to share here is that I've seen a very common pattern in men who reach out to me because they're having issues in their practice. Things don't seem to be working for them. The very common pattern is that they've skipped through the foundational work. They haven't given it the importance that it deserves, and they go straight for the aroused sexual energy practices, trying to have full body orgasms, trying to channel all this aroused sexual energy before doing much preparatory work in the body. So it comes down again to the foundations of the practice, which is energetic, emotional clearing of your system, and then opening up the channel system of the body so that you can start to circulate the sexual energy through it, and also having a strong practice of grounding, connecting your chi with the earth's chi to have a much larger and safer container to hold this sexual energy without turning into Darth Vader. So again, just to sum everything up, sexual energy bonds things together and it amplifies and multiplies things. So ask yourself, what is it you are amplifying and bonding yourself to with sexual energy? And is it really serving you in the long run? If you're interested in a sequential training of everything you need, all the foundations through to the more advanced practices of working with your sexual energy, check out my 12-week course, Multi-Orgasmic Man. I created this to be the course that I personally needed from the beginning because it took me years to really get clarity on how to train in this work efficiently to actually see results. And the key to that is, again, the sequential foundational training. So if you want to learn how to have non-ejaculatory orgasms, channel your sexual energy safely, stay grounded so you can have sex for hours and charge up your whole body and mind with that powerful sexual energy, check out Multi-Orgasmic Man. I'll put a link in the description of this video. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to my channel, give this video a like, and leave a comment below. Have a great day, my friends.